The first episode of HBO 24/7 Canelo Khan is going to air after Golovkin versus Wade, April the 24th, 2016 at about 12:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to come on earlier, likely, depending on what time Golovkin versus Wade goes off. So make sure you have your Golovkin versus Wade DVR set for 30 minutes after the broadcast goes off. Anyway, I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. All my social media is right down below in the description box. Also, I'm going to post the HBO 24/7 information and the HBO Face-Off information for Canelo Khan on my Twitter page, which is right below. There are going to be 2 episodes of HBO 24/7 Khan versus Canelo that we know of. You know, they're going to be weekly. We don't know if there's going to be a 3rd episode, which is going to be on Fight Week. We know that they're having an HBO Face-Off because they released the image of Canelo and Amir Khan along with Max Kellerman and both of their trainers, you know, as promotion. Now, I got to be honest with you. I'm starting to have a change of heart. I'm really feeling like Amir Khan can win and likely is going to win, in my opinion, against Canelo Alvarez. Now, people are going to say you're crazy, and people are going to say Canelo was going to knock out and break the glass chin of Amir Khan all over the place. That may be true, and yes, that can happen, but at this point in time, is Amir Khan the best boxer that Canelo will be fighting? Now, put all around boxing. Now, take away the weight and take away the chin issues. Is Amir Khan the best fighter, the best boxer that Canelo Alvarez has fought? And my opinion is yes. I like Erislandy Lara. Erislandy Lara is good. He's a highly skilled boxer, but he doesn't do enough to win. And also his repertoire, from what I've learned from him, from the Carlos Molina, the Paul Williams, the Canelo fight, the Venus Martirosyan fight, who's fighting the rematch, he doesn't do enough to win. To whereas in Amir Khan, he can go that extra level. For Amir Khan, it's all going to depend on his defense and that chin. He cannot be hit by that devastating left hook of Canelo Alvarez, or just the fight's going to end after that because they're going to have a hard time cleaning up all the glass. You see me? But I really feel that Amir Khan's hand speed, and I've seen some videos, I'm sure you've seen the videos as well of him training, and he's putting on an extra 8 pounds, to move up to 155. He's saying he's going to come into the ring at about 165. Canelo's going to come into the ring at about 175, even though Canelo, as of late, saying he's going to come into the ring around 165 as well. Yeah, right. Bullshit. Khan, with his hand speed and his reach, and if his foot movement and foot speed is still as fast as it is at 155 as it was at 147, you have to say he has a great chance to win. Now, I am not an Amir Khan fan. I'm an Amir Khan boxing fan, but I'm not one of those guys that's been an Amir Khan fan and supporting him for all his fights, because I said many times he would lose. But for some reason, I'm thinking he's going to pull it off. Canelo was not invincible. And I'm just wondering, how is Canelo going to be able to do with those sharp 3 to 5 punch combinations? And if Amir Khan's able defensively to get out of the way, you have to admit, he has been slightly, or somewhat defensively better since he's been with Virgil Hunter. You got to give him a chance. A lot of people have been wondering, if you don't know, how this fight came about. People have been saying, well, Amir Khan's a Showtime Al Heyman fighter, and Al Heyman is suing Golden Boy Promotions. Golden Boy Promotions is suing Al Heyman, and they just don't work together. Well, what happened was, Amir Khan's team supposedly consists of him, his father Shah Khan, and the attorney. Now, Al Heyman did what his job is and advised Amir Khan, his attorney, and Shah Khan from afar. So it wasn't Al Heyman doing business with Golden Boy as far as him in communication with Eric Gomez, what is Eric Gomez, the VP of Golden Boy Promotions, or Oscar De La Hoya. It was Shah Khan and the attorney and Amir Khan that was doing all the verbal work to where you had Al Heyman behind the scenes telling them basically what to do. So it's going to be interesting also how it changes the boxing landscape if Amir Khan wins. Can you imagine if Amir Khan wins? Now, we should know, but then again, we don't know because we didn't think he was going to fight Canelo. We don't know if he's going to fight Gennady Golovkin. We don't know if he's going to stay at Canelo weight, 155 pounds. We don't know if he's going to drop back down and fight Danny Garcia. But if Canelo loses, it's going to be bad because not only will Canelo be losing to a smaller fighter, it's going to hurt his marketability and his reputation among hardcore boxing fans. And they're going to say, okay, well, we've learned that Canelo, when you put him up against guys that can move, that can box, he has some issues. He won the Erislandy Lara fight, in my opinion, but he won it by just threads. When it comes to the Austin Trout fight, Austin Trout was giving him problems with the movement and the punch variety early on. So if Amir Khan is able to beat him and not just beat him but outbox him, it's going to be like, well, he can't fight against fighters he can't do well against fighters that can box. Now, we all saw what Floyd Mayweather did with him, but that's just a masterclass. You can't even count Floyd. You can't even count that. But as I said, everything about the fight is just interesting when it comes to the weight, when it comes to Amir Khan, of all people, moving up to weight to fight a puncher like Canelo, when it comes to the negotiations and the politics, when it comes to what happens if Amir Khan wins. Now, I think it's already known, or it's becoming known that if Canelo wins, he's not going to fight his mandatory Golovkin this year. They're already talking about May of 2017. They're already saying, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen in 2016, which is a whole nother video because we don't know where that leaves, where that leaves Golovkin, where he goes for his next fight after Dominic Wade. Canelo fighting Amir Khan doesn't show me that he's prepared for a full 160-pound fight with Gennady Golovkin. But one thing I did find out is that Golovkin, according to the WBC, it can be in the contract that Golovkin has to weigh 155 pounds. But when it comes to the WBC says that they'll still sanction the fight even if Golovkin misses the 155-pound catch weight because the weight limit is 160. So the biggest penalty is the fight could be canceled, and you have to think, when it comes to the day before the weigh-in, if Golovkin comes in, the day before the fight and Golovkin weighs in at 159 pounds, will Golden Boy, after selling all those tickets and everything, say, no, we're canceling the fight? I'm thinking that at most it'll be a penalty for Golovkin of maybe, close to, if not half of his purse. But is that a risk you should take, to prove that, listen, I want these belts at any cost? When it comes to Canelo, I don't think that Canelo has any plans on being a 160-pound fighter. At least not now until his body completely has to move up to 160 pounds. He's a fighter that's still saying he can make 154 pounds. Let's not forget, as I point out, remember when he fought Alfredo Angulo, his first fight at Canelo weight. It wasn't supposed to be at Canelo weight. It was supposed to be at 154, but he couldn't get that last pound off at the weigh-in. So what did they do? The day before the Angulo fight, they changed the contract, paid Angulo some extra money, and Canelo weight was born. Then he fought Erislandy Lara at Canelo weight. It was in the contract. We're fighting at 155 Canelo weight. When he went on to fight James Kirkland, he fought James Kirkland at 155. He fought James Kirkland at Canelo weight. When he fought Miguel Cotto was cool. Said, hey, listen, I'll fight you at Canelo weight. But during that fight, it was Cotto weight. Because Cotto was A-side. So, like I said, everything about the fight is interesting. And in my opinion, it is the biggest fight of the career, even though we have Manny Pacquiao, who I got to do a video on him. Manny Pacquiao, who may lose to Timothy Bradley. And I got to talk about how, we're just going to have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. But like I said, we know there's going to be 2 episodes. The first episode is going to be after Golovkin versus Wade. We don't have a date for the face-off yet, but my next video on this situation, on Canelo versus Khan, will likely be on the HBO face-off. And I'm interested to see what kind of craziness Connor's going to say, because you know he's the type that'll say, you know, I'm more powerful than Canelo. A lot of times in interviews he just says crazy shit. So please subscribe, follow me on Twitter. Like I said, I'm going to post the information down below, you know, on my Facebook and my Twitter page. Please subscribe. T Street Controversy, T Street Controversy Live.